Why is the G20 important? Well, the 20 finance heads of the industrialized world, who all just so happen to be former Goldman Sachs or J.P. Morgan Chase or Bank of England operatives, they always then come in. $1 billion, $200 million is being spent in Canada. It's a total police state. I mean, this is real, folks. And so the banker criminals come to your town, and they practice federalizing, and all the local police then become spies, spying on people at cafes, listening to your political speech. It's all over the news that they pass secret laws to just randomly arrest people and detain them in facilities with cameras over the toilets. And so to tell us what's happened in the last 3-4 days total as the global parasites come to town are these two gentlemen joining us via video Skype. So whoever wants to go first, break down what's happening. We saw burning cars. A lot of intel says that was a staged event, and the police made no effort to stop it, but they will beat up any peaceful protester with pleasure or drag you off to their facility. And it looks like we've caught the Canadian police staging events before, and the Greek and the British and the Italian and the U.S., and so, but that always comes out a few months later in court hearings. They come in, laws are passed just so private security can arrest citizens. Laws are passed so citizens have no due process and can be arrested. People are grabbed, they're secret police on trains, spying on everyone. People are just taken away for no reason. That's the headline, secret law passed allows unlimited arrest. And then, magically, the anarchists show up, the police stand back, as is in these new videos, let them set police cars in fire that are parked there, and then let the media see it, and then they pull back and are left alone. In the case of Seattle and other cities, you then catch them in government buildings or in other buildings protected by police. And I don't know how cops go along with this. Well, we've had cops speak up in Canada and the U.S. about it, and in Denver, Colorado. That's why we know about it. It's done for any of these high-security events the exact same way. They bring in their thugs. They let them attack, burn a few trash cans. It always turns out they're feds. They leave. They're protected. And then an hour later, a day later, they then attack peaceful crowds saying that you were the ones that did it. And I've walked up to these anarchists before and said, you know, I know you're a fed. They're like, you're right. We're going to get you too. And usually they're communist. You know, under their outfit, they'll have a big red star on, and they're flown in by foundations, paid for by, you know, big wealthy foundations. But other times they're actual cops. And I just hope people realize that the government's doing this as a form of false flag to demonize any type of demonstration. And we've had callers today, one of them who said they were on a train, and there was like a plainclothes security woman who sat down next to them and listened to them. They weren't even in, you know, wearing demonstration outfits or bandanas or anything. And then when the train stopped, she got off and pointed at them, and then police ran up and interrogated them for almost an hour, and then went ahead and just randomly arrested one of the people. And so, I mean, this is secret police. This is East Germany.
But there was actually raids going on all over the city. The University of Toronto campus was raided, I believe it was a day ago or maybe 2 days ago, where 70 students at U of T, you know, riot cops just came in and raided their campus and arrested them all, suggesting that they were potentially going to cause violence the following day.
And then magically there was a fire. Oh.
Right on cue.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're not just talking about what's happening in Toronto by itself. It's all interconnected. You've got all this mainstream news where the White House says, yeah, we're taking over the internet. You've got all these White House officials saying you have no right to a Second Amendment, no right to free speech, that they want to arrest people that criticize the government. You've got a banking bill that's passed the Senate committee and is going to go to the full Senate that literally gives the Federal Reserve, in the words of the Washington Post, near unlimited power to make whatever regulations they want over other banks. The total takeover. I mean, this is a seizure. This is the same as a foreign army landing on our shores. This is a corporate global government. And everywhere they go, it's the same shake and bake. I watched them kick it off in '99 in Seattle. It's in my film Police State 2, The Takeover. And they took people to the Sandpoint FEMA Naval Brig. There is your FEMA camp right there. And they took them to the Sandpoint FEMA Naval Brig and kept hundreds of peaceful protesters. And I have the police on the news saying, No one is allowed to have an anti-WTO sticker or button. And we have cops pulling women's cars over looking for anti-WTO buttons. And when they don't find them, they go ahead and pepper spray them. I mean, this is the insane mental illness, all because they hired less than 50 thugs that were admittedly, because later police came out and talked about it. We have the interviews with them, hired by a federal government-funded foundation that then came into town and then were housed in a government building after they did their one day of attacking people. Then the cops were released on the peaceful crowds. This is a system. That's why you don't see big people, big crowds out demonstrating. It's simple. You go out and demonstrate now, especially against the globalists or the World Trade Organization or anything New World Order. They just hire thugs to come burn a police car, and then they retreat and the police attack you. And they put it on the news that you did it. And that's why we're going to hell in a handbasket. But there's other ways to protest. You can put up handbills on telephone poles. You can call into talk radio. You can start websites, access TV, go to your city council, go to your county commissioner's court, go to your state house. You can educate people. You can unlock minds, and everyone passive-aggressively can stop going along with the system and start not complying. And then they only get away with this by us complying with them. And I'm telling you, you've got to see yourselves as agents of liberty, 1776, inside enemy operations, everywhere you are. Every person that you walk by is an opportunity to unlock a mind. Everyone you see on the street is an opportunity. Every cop you see is an opportunity to inform somebody.
Yeah, it seems to be a big turning point, but I guess all these events are big turning points. But we need to speak out to the good people who might be working alongside the G20 puppet masters or in the police. Why are the good people not speaking out? What are they scared of? Why are they under this control?
Well, they feel like they're the winners. They feel like they're on the winning team. And even if they lean towards liberty a little bit, they still think it's safer to sit on the sideline. No, things are too dark. Things are getting too serious, folks. We're entering a very dangerous time. All of you need to do whatever you can, whether it's getting information out. If you're a police officer, you know about a unit of police that was assigned to help these private contractor anarchists come in. Just like they used an anarchist to start World War I or an anarchist to bomb Wall Street. That was the bankers doing that. An anarchist is just an agent of chaos so the system can come in. I don't mean an anarchist in its true sense. I mean these people calling themselves anarchists are normally just communist youth brigade people brought in by foundations.
Absolutely, Alex. I like to call myself a philosophical anarchist. I believe in the true ideals of anarchism against big government. But these black bloc children, most of them were very young. They were just there, oh, we're here to commit crime. We're here to just smash things up. They're just idiots. And I wish I was able to confront some of them. But strangely enough, the police didn't let us get anywhere near them because they were protecting them. So that's the way these things go.
Well, that's how they got caught in Denver. That's how they got caught in Seattle and in Canada 2.5 years ago in Montebello, for those that want to look it up, was that they would then slip behind the police lines and be protected because I myself for 10 years and many others since then have been pointing out, follow the anarchists, follow them. 9 times out of 10, they're going to end up going to a police substation. Find them, and it's a devastating blow against the New World Order. If we can only bust them a few more times, then everyone will know that it is the government doing it. And we've almost gotten to that game over point because we've caught them so many times. But now the police are countering that, really protecting their operatives.
Yeah, if anyone's interested in learning about what happened in Montebello, they can check out a film I produced called The Nation's Deathbed. We documented the entire event that took place there.